The decision is being implemented today, paving the way for an eventual and dramatic reduction in offshore oil and gas production, greatly impacting the Gulf of Mexico and Alaska.
As Joe Cadat explains, the rule drastically limits future opportunities for offshore oil and gas drilling. Joe.
The Biden administration's interpretation of the Outer Continental Shelf Lands Act, which calls for the National OCS oil and gas leasing program, is being implemented today. That boils down to this. The fewest oil and gas lease sales are going to be offered ever in the Gulf of Mexico at a maximum of 3. And here in Alaska, all future oil and gas leases on federal lands, that is from waters that are more than 3 miles from shore, will be completely eliminated starting in 2024. This news from the Biden administration is not making very many people happy at all. Environmentalists don't like it because they say it doesn't go far enough, as it allows for future oil and gas leases in the Gulf, and it doesn't prevent current drilling here in Alaska. And Alaska's Republican lawmakers, they're not happy either with all the restrictions. In a statement today, Alaska Senator Lisa Murkowski said in part, quote, "What is clear is that the administration has decided to do as little as possible and bend to the whims of extreme environmental groups instead of taking a clear-eyed look at our long-term energy needs." And Senator Dan Sullivan saying in part, quote, "The Biden administration's announcement today of all the smallest offshore oil plan in our nation's history all but guarantees the U.S. will become increasingly dependent on authoritarian dictators for our energy needs in the years to come." Environmental groups were not entirely satisfied with the news either.
We've been fighting, trying to keep Cook Inlet out of the next 5-year plan for a number of years. So there's great relief there. We also really feel badly for the people down in the Gulf of Mexico.
We'll get into more of what this means for the future of energy production in Alaska tonight at 10.